You're watching Sports Final.
Well, tip-top of the evening, everybody, and welcome to Sports Final, where we are your merry pigskin pranksters for the evening. Happy to be alongside the second most famous of the brothers Morano. As an upside, Trombone Shorty's new album, For True, featuring the guitar stylings of one Pete Morano, his brother, is available now at Sam Goody or Tower Records. If only those stores still existed. Try the glorious iTunes. I hear it's wonderful.
They pay you for that promo?
Your brother owes me big.
That's not bad. I'll have him promote our next Sports Final when he's on stage. As for this Sports Final, though, on tap tonight, Keokuk attempts to rebound from its first loss of the season. Hannibal puts its newfound momentum to a big test, and a couple of the area's benchmark programs in Illini West and Macomb fight each other to keep their respective playoff hopes alive. In all, highlights of a ton of high school games and a little soccer for you, but when it comes down to football done right, we're better to start than the WIVC North.
We take you to Krauser-Rosenberger, where the Route Rockets, undefeated but feeling doubted by many, me included. I heard about it this week. Hey, 5-0, and look, the little boys are there. I got a shout out from both Bo and Vince tonight.
Oh, great kids.
Pretty special. Early on, Brown County driving on its first possession, but Tim Woodward is picked off by the monster known as Brant Young. He was everywhere tonight, phenomenal linebacker, and that snuffs out the drive. But speaking of snuff out power, that courtesy, my friends, of Luke Gregg, the outstanding linebacker from Brown County, who made his team's first 3 tackles to force a 3-and-out right there. And Mr. Gregg is all fired up. You know him from his flowing blonde hair. How about the next possession? Sam Hendricks, he's like a pinball wizard, bouncing off of things, hitting that X button and getting that little extra Madden-esque run at the end of it. We're not done with Sam Hendricks. Up the middle, the fullback picking up big yardage on this drive. That, my friends, would set the table for this. Alex Shepard, I'm not sure that the jump or the vault at the end was necessary, but it does get you style points. A la Walter Payton right there gives Brown County a 7-0 lead at that point. This is a largely defensive battle for much of the night, and again, Luke Gregg making his presence felt right here. You know what? Route could get nothing going on the ground in the early going of this game. Oh, look! That young man dances like his father, Tom Little, as well. That's some kind of twisting action. I'm not sure where that came from. Speaking of defense, lots of guys play it. Few play it any better than this guy, Mr. Gooding, if you will. Try to call him Austin. I'm not going to use his first name. Respect him too much. 2 huge stops right here on Route's next possession, and Route again forced to punt the ball away. However, next possession, Route goes to the air, and this was big. Nick Lonergan hooking up with Brant Young. Wasn't the prettiest pass of the year. In fact, I think it's close to duck season, but that will get the job done. Sets up a 1-yard run by Mr. Lonergan, and we're all tied up with 3 minutes left in the first half at 7 apiece. Brown County, though, gets one more possession. They're going to go to work with it. It's the Alex Shepard show. Sheppy just fighting hard for yards against Brant Young and that tough route defense. Again, Sheppy, great lead block right there from Austin Gooding, who gets the pancake ahead of it. Another first down pickup. This time, though, 3rd and long. Tim Woodward going to do the quarterback bootleg, pick up 13 yards, and get the first down, keeping the drive alive with 30 seconds left. This is big as well. Alex Shepard, nice catch, somehow eluding the attempted interception. Garrett Eilerling just missed that, and that sets up this. Just as time expires at the end of the first half, that, my friends, is Alex Shepard from 24 yards out, makes it 10-7 at that point. Phenomenal second half in this game. Brown County leading 17-7 with 3 minutes left. Route comes back, scores, makes it 17-14, recovers an onside kick, but can't make it stand up, can't get the score, and Brown County ends Route's unbeaten rush. 17-14 was your final. Thrilling game tonight that lived up to all the Game of the Week billing. And by the way, our congratulations, courtesy of our friends at the Butcher Block, to Jeff Butteroff, who is your next qualifier. I hope we pronounced that right. Your next qualifier for the grill that we're giving away and the meat package. Congratulations to Jeff of Mount Sterling, who got the win tonight. One of 10 qualifiers on the season. We'll announce our winner at season's end. Joseph, you're up.
What would the mayor of Bluffs have in store for Illini West, Kelly Sears, and the Macomb Bombers hosting the Chargers? Opening possession, Jack Bostert gets into the red zone on this run, but fumbles, able to recover his own fumble, a la Caden Guyman from last week, and they're now doing well inside the 10. However, next play, Macomb's Jared Rockhold is the beneficiary of another Illini West fumble. Not too bad for the Bombers as they pick up some big yards, and 80 yards later, Chris Jackson puts an exclamation point on the drive. Macomb is on the board, up 7-0. The fans are loving it. Look at the Vuvuzela out there.
Vuvuzela?
That's great. I haven't seen that in a while. And then later on, it is Illini West answering right back. Bostert makes up for his error. He's in. The 2-point conversion, good as well. It's 8-7 after that. Macomb's next possession, key fourth down. Reed Fulkerson with the carry and first down. That would lead to this guy once more. He had 256 yards on the ground, and here's 8 of them coming for his second of 5 touchdowns on the night. An outstanding night from Chris Jackson. The extra point would be blocked, so Macomb only up 13-8. Another Illini West possession results in a fumble, though. Nick Sievers reaches out to recover that one. His wingspan is as long as I am tall.
You're not
unbelievable.
Tall,
exactly.
Not by any stretch of the imagination.
That ends with a Tyler LaFortune 114-yard effort. This is a 4-yard touchdown run, and Macomb takes it to Illini West. Very much alive in the playoff race of the Bombers. Your final score, 41-26.
Speaking of bubble teams, Quincy High School needing a win desperately tonight against East Moline. The Blue Devils would get the opening kickoff in this one, but fumble it away. That is not an auspicious start for a team that has had bad momentum the last 2 weeks. However, the Blue Devil defense would hold despite East Moline's better stylings right here, and that would set up, I tell you what, this guy, Michael Davis, he ate his Wheaties tonight, to steal a phrase from one of our friends on the Twitter. Mr. Davis getting things done tonight at the fullback position, and that would set up Quincy High's score at that point. Moline trying to make some things happen coming up right here. No, this is actually Malik Robbins, I should say, trying to make some things happen right here as he goes in for the score on the pitch, and that leads to a 7-0 Quincy High score at that point. Quincy High leading, but they're not done. The Quincy High defense was stout tonight, led by Big Wes Irvin. You know him off the edge as an absolute holy terror. Nothing holy about this. In fact, somebody might have needed an exorcism after that one. Wes just doing the job with the big sack right there. Quincy High's Brandon White right here with a 42-yard field goal. It's good. But Coach Little decides to take the points off the board thanks to a roughing the kicker penalty. That decision proved to pay off huge, as Jordan McGriff going to come up right here with a big, big run tonight for the touchdown from 12 yards out. And the Blue Devils escape tonight their ugly fate of the last 2 weeks, and they win huge over an East Moline team that had been trending upwards, 35-6. Nice to see Rick Little's team get off the schneid. Elsewhere tonight, Monrose has put Pittsfield Griggsville Perry out of the playoff chase. Loss number 5 for the Sockies tonight, 47-14. Pleasant Hill wins the Old Oaken Bucket, 43-34 in a thriller tonight. West Central may be your South leader, though, at the end of tonight. Now 4-2 on the season as they blow out North Green 60-0. And Bushnell Prairie City Avon, they suffer a loss tonight to Lewiston. Final count in that one was 32-55. Quincy Notre Dame at home tonight against IVC. Bill Cannell's team beaten up with injuries. They're not going to show it. How about Nick Reichert right there doing a little stuffage action as well. More from the Raiders. Evan Roush hooking up with Garrett Becker right here for a one-handed touchdown catch. That, my friends, ups the degree of difficulty. Pretty stuff from him. More to come right here. Blaine Wilson with a nice run, and that would set up Blaine Wilson himself. He was setup man and reliever and finisher in this one, as he's going to take it in for the score right here for Mr. Wilson. Good stuff from him. How about some defense right here, or actually a defensive guy making a real nice catch. Alex Fitch, you know him better from basketball. He's got some nice hands and is developing nicely as a wide receiver. Going to get the nice pickup here, and the beautiful block from, is that Mr. Wellman out in front of that? Out in front of him. Good stuff right here. Your play of the night from the Raiders, though, Evan Roush. He's your quarterback, and he's your kick returner, and he's a good one. 48 yards in for the score. Quincy Notre Dame, no problem dispatching with IVC. 42-21 was your final there. What else we got, Joseph?
We got some scores for you to get to, but first let's do West Hancock and Central Southeastern. Seth Leeser under quarterback. He'll hit Dalton Hubner. He fights his way into the end zone. Great hustle by this kid to get in for 6. The Panthers take the lead, and of course the Panthers don't look back. They've been solid all year. Hubner, again, with a good carry for a big gain for a first down. That would lead to a Jonah Cogshell touchdown reception. At that point, Camp Point up by 2 scores. Colin Dooley, the West Hancock quarterback, under some pressure. He's brought down by Garrett Kessner. What's with Garrett Kessner and the defensive plays lately? The kid stepped it up huge. Dooley wrapped up once again, this time loses some yards on this one. Camp Point Central rolls past West Hancock in this one, no problem. Some scores for you. How about that? If we can, Beardstown hangs with Knoxville but falls by 4. Final score 26-22. Rushville Industry takes down Havana 48-20. Jacksonville, huge game for Reggie Bratton and everyone else. 57 points on the board. They beat Southeast 57-27. Triopia with a 1-0 win as a result of a win over the now defunct Virginia AC Central program. Let's go up to Iowa, where Kevin Jennings would have a whale of a game. He picks up the fumble off this catch from a Centerville wide receiver. He's able to tiptoe down the sidelines and set up Keokuk in some good field position. Gabe Vandenberg later hits Darian Sanders for a 40-yard gain, which helps sets up this big play. Now inside the 5, it's Bryce Rose who finishes the drive with a 3-yard touchdown dive. Nice night in Keokuk for some fireworks, especially when your Chiefs are doing well and looking to go 5-1. Darian Sanders with a little defense intercepts this one, returns it 30 yards. Good stuff from the Chiefs all the way around, and Keokuk is able to hand it to Centerville. No problem tonight. 41-0 your final score there. No score yet as Fort Madison and Sheraton do battle late into the night. Get your score, though, as always, on our Sports Final live chat.
Let's check in with Hannibal and Boonville. Other side of the river. Hannibal trying to keep that long NCMC win streak alive tonight against a very good Boonville team. Caleb Bienick doing lots of things in this game. That's why he's a Player of the Year candidate. Not one interception, but two of them back-to-back. A little deja vu action for the All-Stater, who's just a junior, and he is very, very good in this one. In fact, the Hannibal Pirates would score first in this game. It would start with Logan Hicks with the strong run right up here up the middle. More of Logan Hicks. He's just going to keep working tonight. Had a huge week last week. All of this is going to lead to an early Caleb Bienick touchdown. However, Hannibal could mount a little more on the rest of the night. They lose a heartbreaker tonight to the Pirates. 20-14 was your final. Bad news for Clark County as well, which had a lead late on Brookfield, only to see the Bulldogs come back and stay undefeated. 21-18 is your final in favor of still undefeated Brookfield. Joseph.
Panthers of Palmyra hosting South Shelby. This one was a dogfight. Panthers on the give to Devin Knapp right here. Nice gain. Goes upfield. The drive would stall, however, for Palmyra in this one. They'd give the ball back to South Shelby. Not to worry, though, because Leighton Wilson gets tall, jumps up, picks this one off, and he is gone. 30-plus yards the other way, slides into the end zone for 6. That gives Palmyra a great lead in this one. The very next Panther possession, though, results in a punt. The South Shelby defense comes up big punt blocker right here, and Hadley Roberts is able to recover for the Cardinals. That would result in David Haithman finding Austin Hall for the 4-yard touchdown strike. It's not enough, though, as Palmyra, look at Palmyra getting a big win, 28-14. Chris, some more scores.
Macon Highland, we hope to have highlights of this game for you tonight. We do not. We'll try to get them to you tomorrow. 50-0, Macon beats Highland. Also, Monroe City, a huge night from Shane Williamson beating Mark Twain, 35-8. Salisbury had rallied back from a 20-7 deficit in the second half, was leading 25-20. Last we heard, no final on that one yet. Clopton Ellsbury leading at the half over Van Far, 28-6. No score yet from St. Dominic Bowling Green. In the Lewis and Clark, though, Paris was beating Fayette. I think that's now final. 31-6 is your final there. Other scores to pass along tonight. Knox County, or Canoxo County, as we like to call it here, loses to Putnam County, 44-6. Also tonight, Scotland County blown out by Milan, 54-0. We were going to give you highlights of those two games. There were none from the local teams. More news locally, good news as well. Quincy High today, another win in the Gateway Classic in overtime. Alex Seek with your golden goal as Quincy High beats Denver East of Colorado 2-1. Quincy Notre Dame, no such luck against St. Viator, losing 1-0 there. The Quincy High volleyball team rolls to 21-0 with wins over Normal Community and with wins over Belleville East. Joe, you got one more for us?
Quincy University, 24th ranked women's soccer team in action against William Jewell. Check this out. Brittany Casey shot off the post. Look at it just dance to the line right here. Such tough luck for the Lady Hawks in the first half. Christine Voigt, she's off the post as well right here. Things would end up bouncing QU's way. They would win in overtime by a score of 1-0. They're back at it at home on Sunday.
Speaking of overtime, we're loaded up tomorrow with college football, high school football, soccer, volleyball. You'll see it all here. You want to talk about anything you saw tonight, we're going to be in the chat room in about 5 minutes. We're going to break it all down for you. We'll see you right there, 10:35, KHQA.com.